Back in January, I made a promise to go through all of the last gen Black Ops 3 Zombies maps that were released for the game and try to break their respective high round world records. Well, I've now got 2 of the 3 records because I hate myself apparently. The first record that I broke was, that was 2 years ago, almost to the day. February 22nd, 2020 is when I posted the original video. And that's really funny because I'm recording this on February 23rd, so that's actually a really funny coincidence, and I didn't realize it until I looked it up to write this script, so that's actually pretty cool. Anyway, so now that I have the very prestigious world record of the Giant on last gen Black Ops 3, and I say now because it's not like I actually already got this world record 2 years ago, but was so pissed off that I died 1 round before the funny number that the livestream VOD is unlisted on my channel now. We're all going to agree here that horses aren't real and neither is that footage. You know what is real though is my thirst for likes in exchange for some pain, so 2,500 likes in 24 hours and I'll go back and beat that Shadows of Evil world record again. Those who were around back then know how many months that actually took me to do the first time. But again, just theoretically speaking here, I was so annoyed at that round 68 game that I actually only even started recording footage of this new game on round 69. Nice, I have to point that out, nice. And for those of you who've never seen this version of the Giant, I also want to just say, I'm sorry, this is about as good as the map's going to end up looking because with the magic of color editing, I can make it look like a slightly higher budget PS2 game. There's some things I just can't fix though with colors. Jokes aside though, you're probably wondering why this world record is just so low to begin with, and the answer for that is probably one of 2 possible things. Number 1, only like 17 people in the entire world bought the Giant on last gen and even bothered to play it more than once before using a spoon to remove their own eyes from their skull. And number 2, generally speaking, most people who played this version of zombies were as casual as sex with your dad, only a few times before realizing it wasn't very fun anymore. Let's just say not a lot of hardcore gamers with triple monitor setups, RGB lights, and a VR headset just to hug anime catgirls were playing Black Ops 3 on the Xbox 360 in 2015 or even later than that. Maybe a few people were, but let's be real, not very many. Okay, maybe that was me, I'm not gonna lie, that was definitely me. And aside from all the jokes, I know that this version of Black Ops 3 is really easy to make fun of, but it's actually difficult. Zombies grab you and hold you just like they did in World of War, and they're designed to windmill double hit you at all times, so any zombies being behind you and hitting you is a straight up death sentence. I'm also fairly certain that spawn points are different as well between this version and the one that you're usually familiar with, because the normal strategies that anyone's probably ever used on the Giant just don't really work at all. I'm not sure whether it's the speed of the zombies coming out of windows or the spawn points themselves, I can't really tell to be honest, but something is different and it just makes that really not viable to use regular strategies. That leads me to why for some reason I found out that the best way to play this map was just training around near the power switch and using the electric trap whenever possible. I should point out though that I wasn't using Deadwire, like you probably are wondering why, because it only kills 2 zombies here. And the only good pack punch ability besides Fireworks, which I'm using in this footage, is Blast Furnace, but that doesn't really kill zombies very quickly, so I just didn't really want to go with that one. Oh, and the Wunderwaffe makes crawlers sometimes, which is interesting and kind of weird. I remember the Wunderwaffe being broken on launch in Black Ops 3, but that isn't really the case here. It does still kill forever. I'm not sure what's going on. I also had a lot of ammo issues during this run because neither the Wunderwaffe nor the Haymaker with Fireworks can give you any kind of drops at all. Well, actually, the initial zombie that begins the fireworks spread can do it, but the odds of that specific zombie giving you a drop, let alone a max ammo, is really low. That means I need to rely on dog rounds and alchemical antithesis for all of my ammo, which ended up actually not being terrible actually. Occasionally I would run really low on ammo, but as long as I kept cycling my gobblegums and not being stupid with my ammo, then things were fine for the most part. Oh yeah, also for clarity, I'm running the Haymaker here because this is the pre-nerf haymaker that's really strong, and the mid-round dogs that appear on this map are incredibly annoying, so I try to take care of them as quickly as possible. They have almost zero cooldown between when they can continue to hit you, so yeah, it's a little bit annoying, and they can also catch you from behind even if you're running, so yeah, you really want to take care of them instantly. And if you want to kill something quickly, then shotguns are good for that kind of thing, and making sure that your meth dealer didn't rip me off again. For legal reasons, I have to say, I did not pull a shotgun on a meth dealer, it was self-defense. Oh hey, look, I took my second down on round 75, let's not talk about meth dealers anymore, and this actually goes back to my earlier point about how the zombies are just a little bit weird. You can actually see them stop me from sprinting in this footage and then pull me down from behind. I've played an unnecessary amount of this game in my life, and I promise that there wasn't much that I could have done there, honestly. Downs like this are just commonplace on last gen Black Ops 3, that's just kind of how it works. Luckily, as I am clearly the best player to ever pick up a controller, though, I threw a monkey bomb and slowly made my way around the map grabbing my perks again. There was also this pretty sick clutch at the Juggernog area where I forgot that the zombies on here respawn if you get any more than like 15 feet away from them, so I kinda had to clutch it up. And in continuing with the theme of me being the gamer incarnate, I ended up taking another down to the last two zombies in a horde when I thought fireworks would kill them, but it just straight up didn't. And I also thought these were the last two zombies of the round, but apparently they weren't, because right when I got back up, an entire train spawned in seemingly at once. This game is just incredible, I swear. I don't know where they came from. But this is also where I had to make another butt clencher visit to Juggernog because I only had one monkey bomb left and I needed to use it wisely. Alright though, so no more quick revives left, which just sucks, but luckily for me, 78 was a dog round and I just got a fresh Alchem Gobblegum. At this point I'm thinking reaching round 80 would be very poggers because before this game I hadn't even reached 70, so that much improvement would be el fantastico. Well, after about 15 minutes of going through a round, because they are very slow at this point, we finally reached our goal, so anything beyond this point is just a little bit of gravy in my mind. And despite me taking a few dumb downs, I really felt as if I had found my groove in this game and was really feeling quite good actually. My biggest issue now was just how long the rounds themselves were taking. Every non-dog round was 12 to 15 minutes now, and that's just not very cash money now, is it? So out of boredom, on round 82, I started to spice things up, like your parents introducing a horse dildo to the bedroom. I was trying to get a cross-maps trap strategy going, similar to the one that's used on World of War, but it wasn't perfect by any means. The janky ass spawns on this game created issues with me running back through the trap, and in general, I just wasn't feeling very comfortable with it for the most part. And after a few go-arounds, I got a little bit smoother at it and it felt a little bit better, so I thought maybe this was a strategy I was going to use going forward. I was getting a little bit more confidence. Maybe I would be the first guy to reach round 100 on this map, and then suddenly two zombies tag team me and ended the game. That sucks, but you know what doesn't suck though, is liking and subscribing, which are both free. I may be the magic man with the funny words, but I'm not very good at the video game. I think we all know that by now. Now go watch this video about how I played zombies at 250% speed and it broke my brain.